Hello and welcome to Ramapo High School as your Wayne Hills Lady Patriots will be taking on the Ramapo Raiders today in this state semifinal matchup. I'm here alongside the soccer expert Joe Rapp and the actual soccer player Tyler Rubino. It's good to see you guys. Now Joe, Ramapo is coming into this game ranked number 1 in the state and Wayne Hills is ranked number 4. What is Hills going to have to do to overcome just the rankings?
Well, Scott, when you have a defense like Wayne Hills does with Corey Mania and Ali Brunetti, you can take chances on offense because you know the defense is going to stop Ramapo's offense. So I think Nicolette Dries and Sierra Colpon are going to have big games today, but they can stay aggressive in the process.
Well, Tyler, as a soccer player, you know that weather has some kind of effect on the game. It's cold today and it's windy. What is that going to do for the players?
Well, I think the wind will play more of a factor than the cold, because on punts and kicks it will be extremely hard for the defense to get the ball out, and you need to score when you have the win, because the team with the win in the first half, they don't score, they're going to be in a big trouble.
Well, Joe, you've obviously been to a lot of these soccer games this year. If you had to have a key player for today's game, who would it be?
Well, I think it's going to be Sierra Colpon, number 9, the center midfield. I mean, she's just had a great season. Colleges are looking at her like Drexel and Coronel, and she's probably the best offensive player they have. And she's going to be a captain next year. She's going to have to come up big.
That's a good point, Joe. She is a real leader on this team. She's had a lot of experience. Now, Tyler, if you had to pick a key player, who would it be?
Well, Joe, I'm going to have to disagree with you here.
Oh, thanks, Tyler.
I'm going to have to go with the superstar, Nicolette Dries. She's been their star the whole season. Although she's only a sophomore, she has the skill to take over games, and I think today she will do that.
Well, I think you both bring up great points. Sierra's a great player, but I'm going to have to agree with Tyler. Nicolette Dries has really taken over this season as only a sophomore, and she showed that she has the ability to play at a college level. And she's young. She has 2 more years in front of her to get better. Well, we'll be back with the game after this. And that's the game! That is the game! Your Wayne Hills Patriots beat the Northern Highland Highlanders 4-1. There was pandemonium at Patriot Stadium. Wayne Hills 4, Northern Highlands 1. A great game by both teams, but obviously Wayne Hills coming out on top. Hello and welcome back to Ramapo High School as your Wayne Hills Lady Patriots take on the Ramapo Raiders. I'm your host, Anthony Scadillo, alongside Joe Rapp and Tyler Rubino. Guys, it's a little cold out. Tyler said that would have a little bit of effect on the game. I think it's going to be a heavy effect, mainly because of the wind. Now, you see, if you look at the flag pole and the goalposts, it's strong.
It's a strong win, Anthony, but, you know, whoever has to play the wind is going to win the game. There's no doubt about it. They got to be smart about it. You got to think about it over the course of the game.
Now, Tyler, I mean, we don't have the perspective that you have. What is it like to play with the wind?
Well, it's very tough to play with the wind, and you can see that Ramapo has the win with them, so they're going to really need to score in the first half. If not, Wayne Hills has a huge advantage because with the win, it's extremely hard to hold the team to no goals in 40 minutes with the win.
Ramapo is going to start with the ball, and they're going to go deep into Hills territory immediately. That one's going to get knocked out of bounds, so Hills will get the ball back.
And I'm gonna say Wayne Hills looks to be aggressive early in this first half. It's kind of totally opposite of the boys' team, to be honest. I mean, boys wanted to play more of a defensive game, but the girls want to come out offensively. When you have skilled players like Nicolette Dries and Sierra Colpon and Christy Cherub, you can do it.
Yeah, that is true, Joe. I mean, Hills' skill players are just a lot better than a lot of the other teams that they have faced, and that's why they've made it so far in the county and state tournaments that we've seen. Even in years past, they've had just really phenomenal soccer teams, and a lot of it comes from the practice and hard work that Coach Pepe puts into this team, and you know, just bringing them up from freshman year and making them, you know, just overall better players has a great effect on these girls. I mean, some of these girls come into the league, and not only the league but high school, like Nicolette Dries, just so prepared. So, you know, I think Wayne Hills just really has an advantage over a lot of other teams. So there's 38 minutes left in this first half at 0-0. Hills is going to look to get on the offense first, but Ramapo is going to push it into Hills territory. It's crossed into the middle. Wayne Hills is waiting there. Now, guys, we said that the wind is going to have an effect on this game, and Hills is going against the wind. So if they can score early in this first half, I think that's going to have a major impact on the rest of the game because they will be with the wind in the second half.
Well, obviously, and otherwise, Ramapo's going to – you never want to play when you're behind. You always want to play when you're ahead because when you play when you're behind, you're gonna have major pressure on you to score because you have to score. Like, it's hard to score in a soccer game. Am I right?
No, you're right. I mean, Tyler, what can you say about going against the wind?
Well, for Wayne Hills, I think it'd be a huge victory for them to come out of the first half just in a tie because with the wind, you're very dangerous all the time, especially here. You can tell from the free kick, the ball carries farther. It's harder for the goalie to judge and the defense to judge. So if they get out of here tied at half, I think Wayne Hills has a huge advantage going into the second half.
Well, you saw there almost a scary moment for Wayne Hills. Burien came out of the box to go and get that one and then smashed into a Ramapo offensive player. Could have been risky there if she had lost control of the ball.
Well, you can see that she's just an aggressive player right off the bat, and she has been all season.
So Ramapo is going to throw this one into Hills territory. It stopped there. Sierra Colpon tries to corral this one. This is really the first time that they've had the ball in Ramapo territory. Ramapo has controlled the ball most of this first half. And it's go right back to them in the Hills side. McVeigh is waiting for it. So is Burien. She's going to pick this one up and hold on to it for a second.
And you can see the win right there. It was a bad judgment by the defender.
It just really carried over McVeigh. Nothing she could do there. But, if you really get high up in that jet stream, it's going to get caught and keep going. So Rambo's going to push this one up into Wayne Hills territory. It's going to be crossed into the middle. Sierra Colpon's waiting for it. She's going to try to push the tempo here for Hills. Tries to get it up to Nicolette Dries. It's stopped there by Ramapo. Sierra goes up for the header, not able to control it. Zaina puts this one up for Nicolette. She gets knocked out of the way. Charup is waiting there. We've seen before in many of the games, Charup is an aggressive player, and she's not afraid to use her body. She's a tall girl, and she goes up aggressively.
And not only we observed that over the course of the season, Anthony Seton Hall has observed that over the course of the season. They offered her a deal to come play with them. It's good to see her talents being recognized.
It is. That one's going to be pushed into the box, but it's right to the goalie for Ramapo. Now, Joe, you said earlier that Sierra Colpon is also talking to schools. A lot of these other girls are talking to schools not only for this sport, but lacrosse as well. So, I mean, a lot of two-dimensional sport girls, and, that just brings a lot of athleticism to the table. This one's going to go out on Ramapo. There's 35 minutes left here. If you are just joining us, we are at Ramapo High School for this state semifinal matchup between the Wayne Hills Lady Patriots soccer team and the Ramapo Raiders. It's tied 0-0. Allison Brunetti's going to kick this one in. She angles it towards Miss McVeigh. It's going to bounce off of her and go out of bounds. So we've seen today that Ramapo has had control for most of the time in Wayne Hills territory, and every time Wayne Hills has tried to get it into the Ramapo zone, it's been kicked out quickly. So this is going to be a corner kick for Ramapo, the first real opportunity they've had today. Now, Tyler, what is the objective on corner kicks? I know you try to get it into the box, but you take a lot of the corner kicks. What is your main goal there?
Well, Anthony, I actually don't take the corner kicks, but for corner kicks, you really want to get it into the 6-yard box, and when you put it in there, you just want all the offensive players to crash in, and hopefully someone gets a head on and puts it on net.
Well, clearly the wind had effect on it there. It went over all of the players, so Brunetti's going to take this one out for Wayne Hills. This one's going to be headed. Oh, sorry, Joe. That's going to be headed by Sierra Colpon right back into Wayne Hills territory. Ramapo's going to have a chance here. It's kicked out quickly by Corey Mania. She's going to try to get it to her sister, Kelsey Mania, and Cherub is fighting for the ball as well. It's in Ramapo territory for the first time, but it goes straight over Wayne Hills. And Ramapo's going to try to get a shot on goal here. Brunetti, nice job boxing out Ramapo there, and it's going to be a goal kick here for Wayne Hills.
It was a good defensive play by Brunetti. I mean, she's been there all season. She's a sweeper. She's the leader of the defense. And she's got to keep doing what she's doing.
Brunetti's going to get this one to Sierra Colpon. It's stolen away from her, but there was a foul there. Looked like Colpon was pushed. There's not going to be a card, but the foul goes against Ramapo.
Sierra has gotten a few cards before. No doubt about that.
Well, this one was not on her, Joe. It was against.
I know.
No, I'm not saying you said it was. I'm saying this one, she was pushed. It's going to go over Colpon here. She battles for the ball. Cherub tries to steal it away as well. You know, Wayne Hills said they want to come in firing on all cylinders. They haven't been able to do that today. Their two offensive weapons, Nicolette Dries and Sierra Colpon, have been subdued up to this point.
Well, Anthony, I mean, Ramapo is the #1 seed, so you would expect them to come out with a strong defensive game as well as offensive. So you really can't be surprised at this point. But, you know, this game is about adjustments, and the Wayne Hills offense just has to pick it up.
Mania is going to take this goal kick. It's a nice boot. Again, you can clearly see the effect by the wind. As Hills has these goal kicks, they kick it straight up, and it's almost like it's hitting a wall. I mean, it gets some good momentum initially. As Cherub fights for the ball here, Kelsey Mania is waiting for it there. It's going to be taken away from her as well. But as I was saying, the ball goes up, and then it almost looks like it dies. It's almost quite strange.
It is a little bit strange, Anthony. It's difficult to play with, like we said, over the course of the game already. You got to make adjustments, like I said, Anthony. Am I right?
No, you're right.
Let's ask the soccer expert. Am I right, Tyler?
Yes, you are correct, Joe.
This one's going to be taken under by Caroline Chagres. McVeigh is going to get called for the foul here. She pushed Chagres over. So there's going to be a free kick here for Ramapo. It's pushed into the middle. Burian's waiting for it there. She slaps it once. She's not able to hold on to it. But right there is Corey Mania to save the day for Wayne Hills. Ramapo's going to get another shot on goal, but Burian's waiting there this time.
Oh, what a big defensive stand by Wayne Hills. Corey Mania, the 4-year starter. The captain makes a big play for her team. She's got to keep doing more of that.
That's right, Joe. Mania, great job on the stop there. She was waiting right before the net. You know, just a great job and awareness of the game. Brunetti's going to kick this one out just to slow down this Ramapo offense. Now, guys, this Ramapo offense has been on the attack so far. I mean, we're at the 30-minute mark, and Wayne Hills really hasn't had control of the ball in Ramapo territory for more than 30 seconds at any point.
Ramapo has to keep doing that because when you have the players that Wayne Hills has on offense, it's impressive to hold them.
Martinez is going to try to clear this one. She's not able to. It's going to go out of bounds on Ramapo, though, so McVeigh will throw this one in. Nice throw there from McVeigh. She gets it up to Cherub. Then she loses sight of the ball. Martinez is there battling for it as well. This one goes to Bosch. Sierra is going to push this one up for Nicolette Dries. She puts a move on, looking for somebody to pass it to. She finds there Allison Kowalski, puts it into the middle for Christy Cherub. She has some space in front of her. She can hold on to this one. She's going to be called for pulling the jersey of the Ramapo player.
Can't do that, Anthony.
No, you can't. That's against the rules, Joe. So Ramapo will take control of this one. You can see again what the wind has going for Ramapo right now. I mean, I'm surprised they haven't scored with all the chances they've had in Wayne Hills territory. That one just kept carrying for Ramapo. Nicolette Dries goes down there in a collision. And then, Joe, this is one of your favorite players right here. Sierra Colpon with the strong throw. You said that she has the strongest throwing, well, not necessarily arm, but arms on the team.
Absolutely. I mean, she could throw it 30 yards whenever she wants. It's pretty impressive how she can go on the side, almost where you kick a goal kick, and put it right in the box. I mean, It's astounding to me.
And that's why a lot of colleges are looking at her. She is on many club teams, and all of those teams are, extremely, not only skillful, but top-rated in the country. So Ramapo's going to have another chance here. It's cleared out of the box by Zaina. And now Wayne Hills has a little bit of a breakaway if Sierra could get it going. She's motoring up the field. It's 3-on-4. She looks to get it to Nicolette Dries. She's not able to, but Dries steals it away. She slows it down for a second, tries to make a move on 2 defenders, not able to. And Ramapo's going to take control of this one again. It's going to be Wayne Hill's ball, though, as it goes off a Ramapo defender. Maney is going to throw this one in. Not as strong as an arm as Sierra, but it does the job as she gets it to Colpon, who pushes it towards Nicolette Dries. Now she has a little bit of space. She crosses it into the box. Almost a missed hit there for Ramapo. It went towards the goal. Luckily, it went over. So Hills is going to have a corner kick here, Joe. It's the first opportunity for them.
And without the win, it's probably their best chance in the first half, as we've seen, to get a score here.
So Dries is going to take the corner kick.
Watch for Christy Chirp here. Has a couple goals this year on the corner kicks.
She puts it right into the box. Colpon's waiting for her. She gets pushed out of the way. McVeigh is waiting there. Just too much there from McVeigh. Not able to get a good angle on the shot. So an opportunity there, not taken advantage of by Wayne Hills. They had a little bit of space, and Colpon looked to be in the right place and at the right time. There's a collision there from McVeigh. But Colpon was just pushed out of the way at the last second.
But honestly, Ant, what Tyler said is very true. I mean, Christy Sharp has gotten some goals this year on corner kicks, heading the ball right into the net. And you just got to kick it high because she's taller than any other player she plays against.
Well, like we said earlier, Joe, she is a lot taller than, most of the girls that she's playing against. She's nearly 6 foot, if not taller. Again, you see her there. Use her body, and now she's got a little space in front of her. Not able to hold on to that one, though. It gets a little bit out of her grasp, and Ramapo's going to steal it away. So there's 26 minutes left here in the first half. We are at Ramapo High School for the state semifinal matchup between the Wayne Hills Patriots and the Ramapo Raiders. It is tied 0-0. Now, we said coming into this game it was going to be a great matchup, the 1 versus 4 seed. In football 2 weeks ago, Wayne Hills came into this very stadium and absolutely destroyed Ramapo's football team. So, maybe our hopes were too high to see the same thing for this girls' soccer team, but they're holding their own right now. The corner's going to go into the box for Ramapo, and wow, that one didn't even touch another player, but it almost went into the goal. If it wasn't for Brunetti waiting there to kick it out, that might have gone straight in.
Wayne Hills caught a break because Kelly Buren wasn't in position there, but a great play again by Adler Brunetti, the captain of the defense, doing her job.
Maney is going to head this one. Is going to get pushed back into the box by Ramapo. Wayne Hill's defense is waiting there. And I think Ramapo is going to be called for offsides there. Now, Tyler, we were discussing before. I wasn't sure if it could go straight into the goal and count off a corner kick. You're explaining to me that it can.
Yeah, if the corner kick doesn't touch anyone and it still goes in the net, it still counts as a goal. But it's extremely difficult to do that in soccer. So usually you just want to put it in the box and hopefully one of your big guys can put it in the net.
Again, I think the wind is almost being understated here. It looked like the wind really had an effect on that ball. And you see here, it might have an effect on this one too. Buren comes out for it. She holds on to it before Ramapo takes control of it. Almost had a really nice opportunity, or a shot on net at least. You see Buren yelling out directions. She is not happy with her defense right now, but I don't think there's much they can do. If that ball gets up in the air, it's going to go over their heads every time.
Yeah, you're right, Anthony, but you got to give it up to Kelly Buren again. I mean, she's got great hands. I mean, she's going to be a 3-year starter at shortstop for her softball team, and she's just a very talented athlete.
Drees is going to throw this one in. She's looking for somebody to throw it to. She's going to hand this one off to Sierra Colpon instead to throw it in. We know she has one of the stronger throwing arms on the team. She's going to try to put this one in the box. She's able to. Gets it to Cherub. Bounces off a one Ramapo defender, and it's going to be a corner kick for Wayne Hills. So their second corner kick in only 5 minutes. So another scoring opportunity here for Hills.
Tyler and I both agree. Give it to Sheriff right here, Scud.
Well, when you're 6 foot and a lot taller than everybody else, it helps. So I think Sierra, I think it's going to be Kelsey Mania on this one. She puts it into the box for Sierra. It goes off the post. Nicolette Treese is going to try to get a foot on as well. She's not able to, but Wayne Hills has numbers here as she tries to get through a few defenders. She puts it behind her, and then it's going to be taken control by Dreese. She's going to get it back. Again, she has 3 defenders next to her. Wow, that was close. Oh, man.
Scott, I can't. I thought the play was dead when I saw Kelsey Mania kick it low.
Oh, and there's Christy Cherub. Gets by the goalie, sneaks around her, and puts it in the back of the net. A goal for Wayne Hills, and I think that's huge for them going against the wind.
Absolutely, Anthony. A defensive mishap by Ramapo. They didn't get the ball quick enough, obviously, and Christy Cherub was right there. Just tapped it in the net. Beautiful.
Just tap it in, Joe.
Just tap it in.
That's exactly what she did.
And that is absolutely huge for the Wayne Hills, trying to get into half with a tie, and now they could get into half with a lead.
Well, Wayne Hills takes a 1-0 lead with 22 minutes left in this state semifinal matchup between the Wayne Hills Patriots and the Ramapo Raiders here at Ramapo High School, because they are the #1 seed and Wayne Hills, the 4 seed, has a lead over them as of right now. So just as we were saying, Hills had an opportunity and a shot on net from Sierra Colpon. Nicolette Drees steals it back, puts it in perfect position for Christy Cherub to get around the goalie. She gets a shot off, and it goes into the back of the net. Great job by the Wayne Hills offense there.
Yeah, like I said, Anthony, I thought the play was dead. And, Nicolette Drees just made a great play, making a play for her teammates, made a great lead to Christy Cherub, and she put it right in the net. It was pretty.
No, Nick, find a ride home. I'm announcing a soccer game. Sorry, bye. So Ramapo, who has had control most of this game in Wayne Hills territory, is looking at a 1-0 deficit. And you see the fans are starting to pile up. We had seen a lot of fans at the Wayne Hills Ramapo football game. They had a whiteout here for Ramapo. It didn't work out, though. Wayne Hills went on top by a whole lot of points, and those Ramapo fans, they left quickly.
Oh, yeah. Brian Dowling really shut them up very quickly, Anthony.
Well, when you have 324 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns, 334, yeah, that kind of shuts you up. So Mania is going to throw this one in. Was looking for Nicolette Drees, not able to get enough behind it. She's going to take the throw in again. Gets this one to Zayna. She puts it back up top, almost a pop-up. Now Ramapo has numbers here. Beering's going to come out of the box to grab this one. So again, that's one of her fatal flaws. Although she is aggressive and she does a great job in the back of the net, she does come out aggressively. And, as we saw there for Ramapo's goalie, sometimes if you're a little over-aggressive, it'll bite you in the behind.
Kelly really didn't plan where she was going to throw that ball at. She telegraphed it her throw. Ramapo just made a great play and attacked the ball. So Mania throws this one in, headed for Drees.
Again, she's been double teamed all day. Sierra Colpon tries to get around a defender, but I think Ramapo knew what their scheme on defense was going to be. Shut down Nicolette Dries, and that opens holes for Sierra Colpon and Christy Cherub.
And that's what you want right there. You're probably your 2 or your 3 best offensive players.
So the free kick goes into the box. This one just keeps getting headed back and forth. Brunetti finally takes control over it. She tries to push it up to Kelsey Mania. It's going to go out off of a Ramapo offensive. Oh, no, they're going to change the call. It's going to go off of Wayne Hill's defender. So this one's going to be thrown in by Ramapo. Again, they can't really get control over it. Zayna takes advantage of this. Gets it up to Dries, who pushes it back to Colpon, who pushes it back up to Dries. A little bit of give and go here. She puts it into the box for Christy Cherub. It goes off a Ramapo defender. She battles for the ball. She's able to hold on to it. Now she has a little bit of space. She pushes it back up to Nicolette Dries, who pops this one into the box. Waiting there is Kowalski. It bounces over her head once. She heads it back to Cherub. Tries to beat 2 defenders, able to beat 1, the second, and the third. She's going to get a shot off. Let's go wide left. They're going to call a goal kick here. Cherub just not able to get enough behind it or get the right angle on it.
And there was space to the right, but she definitely shanked that ball to the left. You really can't do that. But it was with her left foot. I mean, she's a righty, so don't hate on her.
So that's really only the second or third time we've seen Hills in Ramapo territory. This Ramapo offense has controlled the ball. They just really haven't done anything with it. And the opportunities that have been seen have been stopped by this defense quickly. So Ramapo, although they have had their fair share of the ball in Wayne Hills territory, haven't done much with it. This one's going to go off the post, though. Wow. Just as I'm saying they haven't had any opportunities, Ramapo takes a shot on net. Burien jumps up. It was going to get over her head either way. And this one goes off the top of the false and post. And in between the field goals, it's good, but not a goal.
Well, that's really that's pretty unlucky for Ramapo, to be honest. I mean, it's hard to get the ball past Kelly Burien in the goal, left, right, or on the ground. So the best thing to do is just hit it over her head. But she hit it over her head.
Oh, wow. Dries kicks that one and goes right into the head of the Ramapo defender. Well, this one's going to be crossed into the box for a header. Wow. Chagres dove for the header there. That would have been absolutely incredible if that one found the back of the net.
Well, so far it looks like Ramapo's had more chances than Wayne Hills, but it's all about execution. Wayne Hills took advantage of their chance of scoring, and Ramapo hasn't put the ball in the back of the net yet.
So if you're just tuning in, there's 15 minutes left here in this first half. We are at Ramapo High School for the semifinal matchup between the Ramapo Raiders and your Wayne Hills Patriots. The Patriots have a 1-0 lead as the 4 seed in this tournament, and Ramapo being the 1 seed. So a great job for Hills to be on top, and even to go into half with a lead would be fantastic for them.
Well, Ramapo being the 1 seed, you know they're not going to quit, Anthony. They're not going to quit in a semifinal state game like this, so, I mean, it's not over yet.
Kowalski's going to try to beat 2 defenders here. She's not able to. McVeigh's going to come over to help, and so is Zayna, and so is Sierra. So now Ramapo has numbers. Shot on net's going to be taken by number 11, Sarah Helijan. But Burien is waiting for it there. So Nicolette Dries fights for the ball, not able to take control of it. Again, we've said the double team has been effective on Nicolette Dries, but she's found a way to give the ball to others, and sharing is caring in my book, and Christy Cherub benefited off of Nicolette Dries' sharing. Allison Brunetti's going to kick this one off a Ramapo offensive player, so it will be a goal kick here for Wayne Hills. It's a nice low line drive there from Brunetti. That's one way to beat the wind. It's going to go out of bounds off of Ramapo. So Mania is going to throw this one in again. We've seen that she doesn't, throw it necessarily far, but she throws it right to where she wants it to be. She's going to throw this one to Sierra Colpon. Perfect throw there. It's stolen away, but Nicolette Dries gets ahead on it. It's crossed back into Wayne Hills territory, but Jackie Martinez is there to stop it. Ramapo takes control of it again, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Ramapo. Now, Tyler, is there a certain way that you should be throwing a header, not a header, a throw-in, or is there a technique that you could discuss with us?
Well, really with throw-ins, you just want to get a nice running start and just try to get as much as you can, and you want to put it up the sideline because you never want to put it in the middle, because the worst place to put a soccer ball is down the middle because the team can just attack right back up the middle on you.
Yeah, it always is dangerous putting it right into the middle of the field because you could give somebody some open space in the middle. They're going to have a hard time missing a shot on net. So Brunetti's going to try to stop this one. She's not able to. Zaina's waiting for it as well. She's not able to also. But Nicolette Dries is there. If she's not on the offensive side of the ball, she's on the defensive. And she gives it up to Christy Cherub, who passes this one to Sierra Colpon. And she has a little bit of space in front of her. She tries to make a move, whining and dining, past her defender. Kelsey Mania tries to get it into the box. It's stolen away from her. It's going to be taken away by Ramapo, but off of that, it goes out of bounds. We've seen Ramapo not really able to control the ball. Now, you're coming in as a 1 seed. You got to play with confidence, but it almost looks like they're not. It could be because they're not really controlling the ball. They're just kind of getting it up the field, and every time it just goes straight like there to Kelly Burian.
Well, they have had their fair share of opportunities, but it looks like they're trying to play not to lose instead of trying to win, and that's a big problem with me on any team.
Here's Chagres again. She tries to beat a few defenders. Nice cross there. The shot on net goes straight to Burian again, though. So the shots that have been on net, Burian's been right there. And I don't know if that's positioning or going straight to Burian. So the throw in here is going to be taken by Ramapo. A sub's going to come in for the Ramapo Raiders. Sierra Colpon's waiting for it there. She puts a nice boot on it. Leads up to Nicolette Dries. She's going to try to get it up the field. Crosses up two defenders and then stop there. Kelsey Mania was waiting there as well. That one goes into the stands and back onto the field. Somebody was a little too strong in that one. It's going to go back into the stands. But regardless, the other ball that's in play went out of bounds. Mania is going to throw this one into Colpon. It's stolen away by Ramapo, but Zaina is waiting for it. She puts a nice move on there. She gives it up to Cherub. Has two defenders to beat. Beats both of them. That was a beautiful move to cross up her defenders. She has space and room to roam. She beats, oh man. She beat two defenders with one move, shaking and baking between both of them. She gets the ball back here, but it was stolen away before she could do anything close to the net. She tries to cross it to Nicolette Dries and is not able to.
Well, I prefer slicing and dicing, Anthony, but that was just a fantastic move. I didn't think she had a chance.
Joe, there's a whole plethora of words I could use to describe the moves. I've already used whining and dining and shaking and baking, so I have to save some for later. It's going to be a free kick here. Now, this is one of the few opportunities Dries has seen today. She could put this one right into the back of the net if she wants to. It looks like she does that, but she looked like her brother there. That one goes through the field goal post, and the kick is good, but again, doesn't count as a goal.
Not in this game. In football it does, but not this kind of football, Anthony. In America, it's called soccer.
Is that Bendel? Number 12. Well, Sarah Bendel is going to check into the game. The freshman coming in for Zayna. A nice kick there from Ramapo. Goes by 2 Wayne Hills defenders. Then Martinez is there trying to lead her offensive players, including Christy Cherub, who has the goal today for Wayne Hills. McVeigh kicks that one out of bounds, just trying to slow down this Ramapo offense. So there's 8 minutes left here at Ramapo. Wayne Hills has a 1-0 lead in this state semifinal matchup.
Tyler, let me ask you a question. Do you think Wayne Hills will stay on the offensive since they have a lead?
Yeah, I believe they should, especially in the second half when they have the win. If they can get a 2-goal lead here with the win and Ramapo going against the win, I really don't see Ramapo coming back from this.
Yeah, like we've said earlier, the wind has had a major effect on this Wayne Hills offense. They really can't put anything over the top. Yeah, you really have to use low-line drives, as Nicolette Dries uses there, and you have to take advantage of the opportunities that are given to you. And that's exactly what Wayne Hills and Chrissy Cherub has done earlier today. This one's crossed into the box for Bendel. She's not able to get close to it. Nice cross there from Allison Kowalski. But again, they haven't been able to really put anything over the top or use high crosses. So once they're on, the opposite side of which they are now and go with the win, I think their offensive scheme changes dramatically. So Kowalski's going to take this one. Martinez gives it back to Kowalski, who heads it back to Cherub. She's going to use a little give and go here. Beats her defender. Now there's 4 girls surrounding her. It's given up to McVeigh. She's not able to get to it quick enough. Kowalski's waiting for it there. Crosses it into the middle, but nobody's there. McVeigh steals this one away. Gives it up to Kowalski. Kelsey Maney is there, as is Sarah Bendel. They move Nicolette Dries almost into the midfielder spot rather than on the offense. Cherub beats one defender. Not able to beat the second, though. Looked like she was going to have another shot on net if she was able to beat the second defender. Martinez is chugging down the sideline for this one. Goes out of bounds before she needs to do anything, though.
It looks like for Wayne Hills, Chris Cherub has been the only source of offense on the offensive side of the ball, Anthony. I don't know what to say. The other Wayne Hills offensive players need to start stepping up.
Well, I think they've done their job so far. They've tried to get it to the open, I would say man, but woman. And when they've done that, we've seen that the opportunities have come. There's been 2 that's gone off the crossbar, and then 1 went into the back end of the net. So all they need to do is find the open person. This one's thrown in and stolen away quickly by Kowalski. Chagres gets an opportunity here, tries to steal it away from McVeigh. It's kicked out there, though, by Chagres. So a goal kick upcoming for Allison Brunetti. So there's 5 minutes left in this first half. Wayne Hills has a 1-0 lead, which is big. We said in the pregame if they could score a goal against the Wind, they would have a lot of momentum going into the second half with a lead, and that's exactly what they've done. They've scored that goal, and they have the lead going into halftime. I mean, there's 5 minutes left, but it looks like they've had, at least on the defensive side, control. I know that Ramapo has been in their zone most of the game, but there hasn't been many opportunities, Joe.
No, they played very solid defense throughout this first half. They really got to keep doing what they're doing, and they'll be just fine.
So Wayne Hills will throw this one in. It's the first one Sierra's thrown in for a little bit. Corey Mania was taking many of the throw-ins. Nice throw there by Colpine. Gets it up to Cherub, who tries to get it over to Bendel. Ooh, Kelsey Mania just gets destroyed there. But Martinez puts a nice ball into the box. It's taken away there by Ramapo. Sierra goes to steal this one. Cherub steals this away. Gives it up to Bendel. Tries to put a move on. Puts 2 moves on. Gives it up to Mania, but it's taken away there by Ramapo. A little bit of miscue there by the Wayne Hills defense. It goes over Brunetti, but Martinez is there to make up for her mistake. Ramapo looks to have numbers. Crosses it into the box. He's going to get a shot on goal. And they don't have an angle to do so. So Kowalski steals it away and just puts it up the sideline to get it out of Wayne Hills territory. A little bit of a scare for Wayne Hills.
It's kind of sloppy defense on Ali Brunetti, letting the ball go over her head, and Corey Mania not deflecting a pass that she well should have.
There's a little bit of a collision there. This one's going to be led up to Dries. She's going to pull it back, though. She looked like she had a little bit of space in front of her. This one's going to be taken by Colpon, let up for Kelsey Mania. Kelsey's not able to catch up to it. A little too much there for Colpon. She runs into the Ramapo defender, steals the ball away in doing so. So here goes Ramapo with 2 minutes left in this first half. They've had the opportunity. Oh, a nice cross there. Nobody was there, though, to put it in the back of the net. Nobody could use their head. Nobody got to it quick enough for Ramapo.
Well, yeah, when the ball was in the air, my heart just stopped. I thought for sure a Ramapo offensive player would be there to head it right in or tap it right in, but got lucky.
Well, the shot beat me to it. I was just going to say it didn't look like there was enough Ramapo players up there for a cross, and go figure, the cross is there and nobody's waiting for it. So we're 12 seconds away from stoppage time. Tyler, you're one of the main guys on the boys soccer team that takes the goal kicks and the free shots. What is your main objective in those opportunities?
Well, really, on the goal kicks, you just want to get as far field as you can and try to get out of your area. And when you got free kicks around midfield or anywhere past that or behind it, you really just want to put it in the box and give your team a chance to score.
Now, Tyler, you're also one of the tallest players on this Wayne Hills soccer team, so you have a lot of chances in the box for corners to just put it in the back of the net with your head. How many opportunities have you seen like that this year?
Well, there's a lot of opportunities. During games, you probably get like 5 or 10 corners, and you just really hope the person taking the corner kicks just puts it somewhere in the box and gives you a chance a team to put a head on it, put it back in the net.
Now, it's got to be an exhilarating thing to get a header into the back of the net. You've done so many times throughout your career. It also helps that you're 6'3" and a lot taller than a lot of the other players. So Wayne Hills has had that success this year with Christy Cherub. So Wayne Hills now looks to be pushing the tempo a little bit. They've been in Ramapo territory a little more than before. This one goes out of bounds off of Ramapo. We are now in stoppage time.
Well, I like the one move Coach Pepe made, just dropping Dries into the center mid and putting Chrissy on top, the hottest player so far. So, they're shutting down Nicolette, so there's no point of having her play ups.
And Cherub had a step on her defender there for a second. It was stolen away quickly, though. Again, Tyler, we pointed that out before. We like the move that Coach made, putting Nicolette back so she can assist people rather than have a double team on her at all times. This one's going to go to Dries. She gets a head on it, as does Cherub. Not able to get a real shot on her, though. Kowalski's waiting for it there. She goes to put a spinning kick on it. And that's going to be the end of the first half. So, guys, we said in the pregame, if Hills can get a goal going against a win, that's going to be big. They did that. We said going in that if they could get a lead going into the second half, it would be big. And they've done both so far, and that's fantastic. Joe, what are your thoughts on the first half?
I think Wayne Hills did exactly what they had to do. I mean, they played great defense. I mean, Ramapo has had their fair share of opportunities, but they haven't produced on any of them. And Chrissy Cherub's just dominating on the offensive end. I mean, she's been astounding so far, slicing and dicing, like I said before, her way to goals.
Tyler, what do you think about the offensive scheme that Hills has changed to in this game? We said they're going to have to adjust to this Ramapo defense they have. They've put Nicolette Dries in the center mid position rather than an offensive move. Cherub, the taller and faster player, into the offensive position. Now, what do you think of that move?
Well, I think it's a great move to put Christy on front. You could tell already that they really have no one that can stop Christy. And coming to this game, they knew Nicolette Dries was maybe the most dangerous player on this team, so they've been double teaming her. And to put her at center mid, it's extremely smart because now she can distribute the ball from that position and allow Christy to take advantage of her skills.
Now, I think Hills did a great job on the offensive side in that first half, just trying to get it into open areas for players, to lead them a little bit, give them some space to do their work, and that's exactly what Nicolette Dries did for Christy Cherub there. Well, that's it for the first half. We'll be back with the start of the second half after this.
But here we go. Lucas will inbound the corner with 3 minutes to go. She gets it to Giametta. Giametta corrals it, puts a shot on net. Deflected into the net. A goal by Brittany Galone. And Wayne Hills wins the North 1 Group 3 state championship.
Oh, baby, call your friends. Call your friends. Wayne Hills state champions, baby.
Couldn't script it any better, Joe. Couldn't script it any better myself.
What a shot by Brittany Galone off the deflection from Jacqueline Giametta. And Wayne Hills wins the North 1 Group 3 state championship in dramatic fashion.
Hello and welcome back to Ramapo Stadium. I'm your host, Anthony Scadillo, alongside Joe Rapp and soccer player and extraordinaire Tyler Rubino. The second half has just begun. Wayne Hills turned it over quickly, and Ramapo is going to take the ball away. Now, guys, we said in the first half that the wind was going to play a major factor in this game. It's starting to pick up again as we speak. Now, it died down for a few minutes, but it looks like it's back and ready to screw with this game a little bit. So Sierra Colpon in the offense is going to have to deal with the wind for the rest of the game. She has some space in front of her. She tries to give it up to Nicolette Dries. She splits the defenders, though, and it doesn't get to go to Nicolette. She doesn't get a shot on goal or anything. So Wayne Hills, their first opportunity, goes, without anything to show for it. Ramapo's going to take the free kick here. It goes into Wayne Hills territory, deep into Wayne Hills territory. The shot on goal is taken by number 11, Sarah Halajan.
Anthony, man, I think Kelly Burion's like a vacuum cleaner in between the posts. I mean, she just gets everything. She gets every ball. Hopefully this one. Okay.
Oh, that one was close, Joe. Like you said, the vacuum cleaner sucks that one up. The corner kick went right into the box and headed up into the middle of the goal. Burian jumps up and gets it. And we've already seen quickly how the wind can have an effect on this game. Burian was not able to get it past the 50 on any of her punts. That one goes way past the 50. So clearly Wayne Hills is going to have to adjust to this wind that is now favoring them. Colpon fights for the ball here. She undercuts the one who she was going against.
It looked like she gave an elbow to the ribs. Not a good time.
Well, who said soccer wasn't a physical sport? So there was a little bit of a disagreement on whose ball it was. They're going to say it went off of Wayne Hills. It goes into the box for Ramapo. They get one head on it, going to get two, but Burien again is there to pick that one up. She's been picking up the trash today and getting it out of Wayne Hills territory. There's a nice boot there by Burien, almost too much. We've seen the wind have an effect. Not like that, though. She gets that one to nearly the 30-yard line. Wow. Sign her up for the football team and put her at place kicker.
I guess so, Anthony. I mean, that was pretty good. I mean, Tyler, do you agree with me?
Oh, yeah, that was a bomb.
Okay, then.
So Hills is going to have another opportunity for a shot on net here as they're going to get a corner kick. Dries is going to take it. It's a low line drive into the middle of the box. Colpon's there to put a second shot on. Didn't get enough behind her. That one might have found the back of the net. The rebound went right to her. The goalie was on the ground, but she didn't get enough on it, and the goalie got back up.
No, she didn't have the greatest angle to that, Anthony. I mean, her back was pretty much against the goal, and she used her left foot when she is a righty, but I know she does have a pretty left foot, seeing her all season, but it just wasn't the greatest angle in the world.
So Allison Kowalski in a battle for this one. It's taken away by Nicolette Dries. She tries to lead Charup down the sideline. It's stolen away before that can happen. Wayne Hills has yet to develop a true offense here today. It's normally just been opportunity after opportunity. Just, quick little shots here and there, glimpses of, extraordinary play, but no consistency.
No, you're right. We do see glimpses here and there on offense and defense, but you're right, Ant. They got to pick up their consistency against a tough Ramapo team.
Another
like this.
opportunity there. Wow, we've seen Nicolette Dries put some pretty balls into the box, but no ball was prettier than that one. Right to Christy Charup in the middle. She gets a nice little head on it, and it just skims the goalie's hands, and she's able to get a good grasp on it before it goes to the back of the net. This one's going to be crossed into the middle. Goes past Burien. She gets a hold of it before it goes out of bounds.
Well, to start the second half, Ramapo's really threatening for a goal. I think Wayne Hill's going to have to put another one in net if they want to win this because Ramapo's looking really good to start off the half.
Yeah, we said Ramapo was the top-seeded team in this tournament. Dries is trying to put some moves on here. Gets a nice shot on net. Wow. That one's punched over the goal, but she took that from almost the 30-yard line. Oh, my goodness.
Ant, those are kind of shots you see on TV, and she almost put it upper 90 too, just over the goalie's hands. I mean, right at the goalie's hands.
Wow,
Excuse me.
That was incredible. Just the strength that comes through that family and the athleticism is just incredible.
You can tell why, as a sophomore, why she's already talking to colleges with a shot like that. You're going to get some interest.
So Colpon's going to take the corner here. Dries took the last one, not able to get really enough on it or height on it. Colpon's trying to get it a little more under this. Maybe look for Christy Charup to get a little head on it this time.
It would be my suggestion.
Colpon serves it right into the box. It's headed by Nicolette Dries, but goes out of bounds.
I mean, another decent opportunity for Wayne Hills to score, but they just hit it to the Ramapo defender, Anthony, and you don't want to do that on a corner kick.
No, you don't, because you know it's going to go straight out of the bounds. They're not going to want to touch that one at all, preserving their, own goal. So Ramapo's going to push the tempo here. They're going to throw this one in. Short throw in there. It goes off of McVeigh. She kicks it out of bounds. Another throw in upcoming for Ramapo. That one's going to be blown off before it even began. The second ball was on the field. Again, another short throw in. It's going to the back of the box and goes straight out of it, not able to catch up to the ball and try to cross it into the middle. So Brunetti's going to take this one. Now, we said we haven't seen much consistency. A lot of consistency, though, has to come from Brunetti. She is great with free kicks and goal kicks, and she's just a phenomenal defensive player.
You're right, Anthony. I mean, she's been there since she was a freshman, so she obviously has experience being a junior. Oh, my God.
Wow.
Wayne Hill scored a break there.
Wow. Well, we said Ramapo wasn't getting their opportunities. They've had plenty here. That was the second one that went over Burian's head. Ooh, that one was close. Off the rebound and the cross, Ramapo had a clear shot on net. But again, Brunetti with the consistency shown there.
I mean, you're right, Ann. Like I said, she has experience being a junior now, and she knows basically every player on the team and what they like to do and what balls they like. So
Kopa's going to take this one. She gets a shot off. Goes into Christy Cherub. Kowalski's fighting for it. Tries to get it back into the middle. She's not able to. It's going to be interesting to see who they say it went off of. They're going to say it went off of Kowalski. And Rambo's going to take the goal kick. What are you going to take? Go ahead. Be the second guy. That one's going to go off of McVeigh, so Ramapo's going to have another shot on the offensive side. Now, Tyler, we've seen some fancy footwork here from this Wayne Hills offense. Who on your team has the greatest skill set, just in making other people look silly? Who on your team makes other people look silly with their footwork? Yeah.
Well, if I had to pick one player from our team, it probably would have to be Captain Benny Titel. He easily the fastest kid on our team, the most threatening up there on offense. When he gets the ball, you expect him to score every time he touches it. With the moves he has and the speed he has, it's just such a tough kid to cover.
Now, I talked to Benny before your season had began. He said he was trying to find his swag on the offensive side of the ball, and clearly shown by his stats this year, he found his swag, per se, and he does have some really fancy footwork to back his game up.
Yeah, I guess you can say he found his swag during the year because he did really have a great senior year.
Another shot on goal there for Ramapo. This is almost getting a little bit scary for Wayne Hills' defense. They're seeing a lot more shots on net. Burian can't be happy with that. She's going to punt this one out regardless, but she would like to see a lot less of the ball. Kowalski's trying to catch up to this one. She's not able to. It's going to get kicked out of bounds by Ramapo. Kowalski throws it into Nicolette Dries. She has some room in front. She gets a shot off. Going for the upper 90, but just too far.
Nicolette Dries with the ball is just so dangerous. Every time she gets it, she's just a threat to score from anywhere.
Oh. Well, Tyler, she was our key player before the game. We've seen that, her skill set is a lot higher than many other girls her age, especially as a sophomore. She can take the ball and do whatever she wants with it. She really could score from anywhere, which is incredible. We saw her take a shot from the 30 before, and that one almost made it into the back of the net. So we've seen that she's just better than everybody else. Stop. That makes noise. Dropping it makes noise. Step your game up right now. Come on. That one's put into the box by McVeigh. Again, we've seen no consistency from the Wayne Hills offense. But we have seen little spurts of excellence, mainly coming from Christy Cherub, Nicolette Dries, and Sierra Colpon. This one's going to go back to Cherub. She's going to try to do something with it. Crosses it into the middle, but nobody's there to gain control of it for Wayne Hills.
I'm observing something. I really think Ramapo has played well enough to win this game by any stretch of the imagination. They played solid offensively and defensively. They got their opportunities on both sides of the ball, but they're just losing 1-0 right now. So you really can't blame them. Wayne Hill's just playing a great game. They're on their A game.
Well, that's exactly what they needed to bring to win today. There's 25 minutes left in this second half of the semifinal state matchup between the Wayne Hills Patriots and the Ramapo Raiders. We've seen that Wayne Hills, the 4 seed, was able to get on top early against this top-seeded Ramapo Raider soccer team. Ramapo has, like Wayne Hills, it almost seems that every sports team they have is fantastic, whether it's baseball, football, basketball. Any team they bring to the table always gives Wayne Hills a battle, maybe because it's, a great rivalry, but it just seems that for years and years, both of these teams have both had excellent programs, and they continue their excellence here today in this state semifinal matchup. That corner is put into the box, but Wayne Hills takes control of it. Nicolette Dries looks to clear it. Kelly Burian's going to have to jump up for this one. Again, she's an aggressive goalie, but I think that one thing that hinders her is her height. She's maybe 5 foot, only a little more on a good day.
Maybe it's the only way to score on her, right? You got to kick it over her head.
Well, that's the one thing she tries to prevent from happening. She comes out of the box before any shots can really be taken on goal. Zayna's going to kick this one up to Nicolette. She puts it forward for Christy Cherub. A great ball there. There's only a few ways to describe Nicolette as a soccer player, but I think many of the people on the Wayne Hills soccer team would just say she's a nice player.
Yeah, she's more than a nice player. She's one of the best players in the county.
So that one goes out of bounds off of Wayne Hills' offensive player. Another goal kick upcoming for Ramapo. That one looked like it died against the wind as well. Sierra's going to try to steal this one away. She's not able to. Ramapo gets by her. They lead it into Wayne Hills territory, but waiting there is Brunetti. Now, this Wayne Hills defense has been stifling the Ramapo offense today, so, kudos to them. Ramapo looks for another opportunity here. Kelsey Maney is there waiting for the ball, though. She gives it up to Christy Cherub, who beats her first defender just using that body of hers. She has 2 men to beat. Crosses it by one, puts it into the box for Nicolette Dries. She crosses up her defender, tries to now beat the double team. She's going to take it back. She's now being triple teamed. She beats one of the 3 defenders. Now it's 1-on-1. She's going to try to cross it into the box. She beats that defender, and then she's tripped up there, and it goes off of Kelsey Mania. But we saw Nicolette Dries beat the double team, beat the triple team, and then 1-on-1 she beat her defender again.
Yeah, but maybe a little bit too much dribbling for Nicolette. She had players in the box to pass it to, but she, her head was down because she was dribbling the soccer ball, so she really couldn't see.
So it looks like there might be an injury on the field. Yet there is. It's in the right corner. It looks like it's Kelsey Mania on the ground. Corey, her sister, was waiting there trying to help her. She looks upset. She's on the ground, clearly in pain.
Kelsey has had her fair share of injuries over her life in jail. She's had 4 concussions. Her ankle's been hurting over the course of the season. So we really hope she's okay right now because she's an important part of this team.
Well, we'll be right back after this injury for the rest of the second half.
High formation for the Patriots right now. And the fans are on their feet. Monahan, look at that. He's back in the pocket. And he's going for Greg Olson. And he got it! He got it! Touchdown, Patriots! Touchdown, Patriots!
Well, welcome back to Ramapo. The injury was on Kelsey Mania. She's going to walk off the field under her own power. Looks like Sarah Bendel is going to come into the game for her. It's never good to see an injury for one of your friends and, you know, for any one of your teammates, but it's good to see that she's walking off under her own power.
And since I'm always right, I'm just going to say Nicolette's going to kick in the upper 90 on the left.
Well, that was a good call, Joe. She didn't get enough behind it, though. Almost looked a little tentative to put any power behind it, almost like a cross. So a wasted opportunity there for Wayne Hills. Ramapo has had their fair share of opportunities as they have a 3-on-2 here. Zayna comes back and steals that one away. She leads it up for Jackie Martinez. She gives it up to Chrissy Cherub, who's not able to control it. Corey Mania, great defense there, just using her body to get inside. Now some fancy footwork. Goes off of Ramapo and out of bounds, so Mania will throw this one in. She gives it up to Bendel. The double team works there off of Bendel. It's stolen away, but Zayna steals this one back. McVeigh leads it up. A little bit of a miscue there for Hills. Now it's in Wayne Hills' territory. A shot on net. And Burien, again, comes out of the box and blocks that one.
Her aggressiveness comes in handy again, Anthony. I mean, that's a game changer right here.
It is a game changer, Joe, and exactly what she intended to do. She doesn't want anything to go over her head, so she comes out of the box. The corner here for Ramapo goes right into the middle. The header goes off the crossbar and over the back of the net. Wow.
Ramapo had their chances, and eventually they're going to run out of them, so they really need to put one away soon.
Well, there's 20 minutes left in this second half of the state semifinal matchup between the Wayne Hills Patriots and the Ramapo Raiders. Wayne Hills is clinging to a 1-0 lead over the top-seeded Ramapo Raiders. As you see, Nicolette Dries get tripped up. Ramapo doesn't like it, but she had some fancy footwork going there and then got tripped from behind. She leads this one up just too far over any Wayne Hills offensive player. So Dries a little too much on that one.
Ramapo fans didn't like that call either, Anthony.
Well, it was the right call. She got pushed from behind. Sierra's going to throw this one in. Throws it up the sideline to nobody. Gets past Bendel. Martinez is waiting for it. Goes up to Zayna. She tries to lead Cherub into the box. Just a little too much there and not enough air under it for that to happen. A nice boot there from the goalie. Gabrielle Hankey. This one's going to be a goal kick for Ramapo. So, guys, it looks like Wayne Hills has changed their modus operandum as of right now. They've changed their offensive scheme from, you know, just Cherub on the offense, and they moved Nicolette back up with Cherub and had Sierra Colpon back there in that midi position.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're three skilled players, Anthony. I would do the same thing. So, there's no doubt about it. It's the right move.
Well, this one's going to be led into the center for Nicolette Dries. She's being pushed from her left side. No call, though. Bendel steals that one away, but not able to keep it in bounds. Ramapo is able to corral this one. Feeds it into Wayne Hills territory. And now some open spaces for Ramapo if she could beat Corey Mania. She gets a shot on net and a cross, and that one goes back into the back of the net. That was number 16, Caroline Chagres, who received the cross and almost a running cross, just flicked it with her foot into the back of the net past Kelly. Wow.
I thought Wayne Hills had this game handily. I mean, I mean, the goal was nice, but the cross was just fantastic. Put it right where the ball needed to be, and it's 1-1. It's a new game.
Well, that was Devin Schultz on the cross. And now Wayne Hills, who had all the momentum going into halftime, now has given it all back up to Ramapo. So not good there. Wayne Hills really hasn't had many opportunities on the offensive side of the ball in this second half. Cherub is able to beat one defender. She gets pushed down. They're not going to say anything about the contact. Now they are. It's going to be a delayed call. Ramapo doesn't like it.
Well, I have to say, our philosophy before the game about the win has not been proven true. Both goals have been going against the win. So I really don't know what the win's actually doing today.
Very true, Ty.
Well, we thought it would have an effect. In fact, it's had, like you said, a reverse effect. Both goals have been scored against the wind. They've both been, like low-line drives. We were proven wrong.
Well,
and that shows why we're not meteorologists.
Well, yeah, I was right. You two were wrong, so, right?
Correct. That one's put into the box just on the wrong side of the net. It hits the net just on the opposite side of where you want it to go in.
You want to try to get it on the inside of the net, Scud. I am the soccer expert.
Yes, you are, Joe. The goal kick is a nice one out to about the 40. Kowalski leads that one down the right sideline. Sprinting to it is Sarah Bendel. She tries to hold on to it. She's not able to. It's going to be another goal kick for Ramapo. So there's 16 minutes left in this state semifinal matchup between Wayne Hills and Ramapo Raiders. We saw early Wayne Hills had the lead going into halftime, and halfway through this second half of play, and then Ramapo ran down the field, and a nice cross and goal by Caroline Chagres, and it tied the game up. So now, it feels like Wayne Hills is battling from behind now, even though it's only tied, because they really haven't had many offensive opportunities.
You're right, Aunt. Ramapo has stepped up their D in the second half. I mean, you really can't say enough about what the job their defense has done. I mean, Wayne Hills has been relatively shut down on the offensive end.
And the fans are starting to get into it for Ramapo.
And Ramapo has absolutely dominated the second half. And even though it's only tied, that they have all the momentum here. So Wayne Hills has to play like they're down right now.
So the clock is ticking for both teams. We're around 15 minutes left in the second half. Ramapo has had control and ball possession for most of, both halves. So Wayne Hills, I don't want to say they got lucky, but they took advantage of one of their few opportunities in the first half. They just haven't done the same here in the second half.
And it looks like Wayne Hills has put Nicolette Dries back on offense, maybe trying to give the Ramapo defense that has dominated the second half a different look.
So another opportunity there for Ramapo. That one is swallowed up by Kelly Burien. She gets a nice boot on it there, leads Nicolette Dries. She has one person to beat. She's not able to catch up to the ball, though, and I think the wind is almost negatively affecting both teams. They really weren't able to judge where the ball was going to be, and, it's affecting their offensive play.
Well, on offense, you have to know what the wind's going to do. If you're playing forward, you know the ball's going to carry, and you have to run with the ball and just hope it's going to go over the defender's head and get a breakaway.
So McVeigh throws that one in. Nicolette is battling on the sideline. She leads this one to Kelsey Mania, who has entered back into this game. Ramapo has a breakaway here. It's Devin Schultz. She tries to give it up to Caroline Chagres. She's not able to. Nicolette Dries tries to catch up to this one. She kicks it out of bounds, though, not able to hold it on the inside of play. So there's right around 12 minutes left in this second half of play. Wayne Hills was clinging to a 1-0 lead until about the 20-minute mark, and Ramapo took all of that away by scoring a goal. Caroline Chagres put one in the back of the net. So another opportunity here for Ramapo. They're going to have a free kick. It's crossed into the box. Awaiting it is Devin Schultz, who is the assister on that Chagres goal. It goes off of Corey Mania. So Ramapo is going to have a throw in here. She throws it into Schultz. It's going to go off of Jackie Martinez.
I think there's really a lot of life here out of the Wayne Hills Patriots. There's not enough for a state game like this.
No, you're right, Joe. It almost seems like they're tired. Another opportunity there for Ramapo, not taking advantage of. The header goes over everyone. Burian's going to jump up for this one. She holds on to it. She's going to try to lead Nicolette Dries in stride. She gets it up to her. It's 2-on-2 right now. Wayne Hills looks to take advantage of what's laid out in front of them. Nicolette has a 1-on-1. She gives it up to Bendel. She splits Schultz's legs. That was a nice pass there. It's given back up to Dries. She's not able to turn around with the ball. Zayna gives it back to Nicolette. She's trying to put some moves on. She looks for Christy Cherub in the box. And Cherub's not able to get a foot on it. Kelsey Mania is there. She's not able to get enough on that one.
Like I said before, I mean, she kicked it with her left foot. Not her strong foot, Aunt. But she did have an opportunity there coming right back into the game.
Well, that's exactly why they brought her back. They know that she's an offensive weapon, and they have to use as many as they can right now with a 1-1 tie, as their defense has been fantastic. So Zayna puts some moves on there, gives it up to Bendel. It's stolen away by Schultz. Corey Mania tries to steal this one away. She gives it up to Brunetti. Tries to get it back to Bendel, but overshoots her. Nicolette Dries is waiting for it. And now Hills is going to try to take advantage of what's laid out in front of him. Cherub gives this one up to... Looked like she was going to give it up to Bendel. She decides to keep it. Gives it up to Colpon. She has a little bit of space. She beats one defender. She crosses it into the box. An opportunity there for Wayne Hills. Nicolette Dries put the head on it, and then it was blocked by the goalie. So a nice job there by Ramapo's defense, preventing a Hills scoring opportunity.
I mean, that was an amazing shot by number 9 Sierra Colpon. I mean, I didn't know if that was a shot or a cross. I didn't understand it. Tyler, can you tell me if that was a cross or a shot?
It looked like a shot from here. She put it to the corner, but the defender just made a nice play on it. It looked like it was going in the net.
So goal kick up coming for Ramapo. It's a low line drive. Taken by Bendel at the 40. Nicolette Dries is gearing up for a shot. She gets tripped up before she can get one off. It's going to be a Wayne Hills corner, though. So with 9 minutes left in this state semifinal matchup, this could be one of the last opportunities Hills sees on the offensive side of the ball.
They could, and I'm sure they want to capitalize on it.
So Colpon's going to take this one.
Sierra wants to kick this ball high.
Probably be looking for Christy Cherub. She gets some nice air under it. Gets it to Cherub. It just goes over her head. Nicolette Dries is trying to track it down. She gets it to McVeigh. She puts a nice boot on it. Oh, man. Zayna was pushed to the ground there, battling for the ball. And the foul is going to be called on number 4, Corey Mania, just trying to be a little too aggressive. They're going to give Mania a yellow card. You're going to say she pulled her down to the ground. So she's going to be taken out of the game. Kowalski's going to come back into the game for Hills. Coach Pepe isn't even angry at Miss Mania. She just wants to give her a quick breather. It's a nice ball into the middle of the box. It's taken away by Zayna. She gives it up to Bendel, who gives a little give and go back to Zayna. It's stolen away there. Sierra fights for it, not able to take control over it. Here's Schultz, crosses it into the middle. Brunetti's waiting for it. Looked like that was a handball. No call, though. And this one's going to go right to Burien.
Nicolette complaining to the ref, saying that was a handball. You can hear it all the way up in the booth.
Well, when you have the skill set and, you know, just athleticism that she has, you have all the right in the world to, you know, not really stick up for your team, because you know you could back it up with your play.
Absolutely.
So this one's going to go to Kowalski. She's not able to control it. Bendel's going to sprint for this one. She's going to try to steal it away. Now Bendel, this is a big game for her. She's just a freshman. Martinez gets pushed down. Cherub fights for that one. That one was intended for Kelsey Mania. It goes out of bounds. And Corey Mania checks back into the game for Kowalski. So a quick little stint there. So Brunetti pushes that one back into Ramapo territory. Ramapo throws it in, gets past 2 Wayne Hills defenders, and back out of bounds off of McVeigh.
Anthony, in this kind of situation, great players come alive in these kind of games. This is where Nicolette Dries or Chrissy Sharp or Sierra Colpon, for that matter, has to take over and give their team the lead right now.
Well, we saw them put up 5 goals against a Wayne Valley team that came into this postseason with high hopes. And they had already beat Hills once. They had played them 3 times this year. Hills took 2 out of the 3. But in this county tournament, Wayne Valley took the victory. So 5 goals. I mean, we're trying to find where the offense went from last week. There's 5 minutes left here at Ramapo High School in the state semifinal matchup between the Wayne Hills Patriots and the Ramapo Raiders. It is tied 1-1. Nicolette Dries beats 2 defenders, gets it up to Sierra Colpon. She leads it back up for Cherub, who gets pushed from behind. She tries to hold on to the ball. She's able to take it away. She beats another defender. She's getting pushed from behind. She gives it up to Kelsey Mania. Gives it back to Cherub. And that one gets stolen away.
Ramapo playing great defense once again, what they've done throughout really the course of the game. I mean, they haven't been on their A game, but they played a very solid game and good enough to win, from my point of view.
Well, Tyler, maybe you'd like to explain what happens if this were to go into overtime if Hills ties in regulation.
Well, if the game does go into overtime, as the crowd gets a little rowdy over here. If it goes into overtime, there will be 2 10-minute periods, and after that there will be penalty kicks. But if someone scores in the first 2 overtimes that are 10 minutes, game's over, so it's golden goal.
Well, hopefully Hills can put something in the back of the net soon. Nicolette tries to get the offense moving. There's only 4 minutes left here. She's looking for somebody to be open. She was looking for Sierra Colpon, who was wide open. It just got stopped by Ramapo. Zayna fights for this one, as does McVeigh, trying to just get it past these Ramapo defenders. Sierra fights for this one, beats one defender. She's got 2 to beat now. She gets past another one. Hills has numbers. She slows down the momentum for just a second. She's going to try to cross this one. She gets pushed out of bounds, though. They're going to say it went out off of Hills, though. No call on no call on Sierra being pushed to the ground. So number 7, Amanda Baumgarten, tries to get the offense going, and she does. She's going to force a corner kick here with just 2 minutes and 28 seconds left.
I mean, Ramapo looking for another cross like how they scored their first goal, but Corey this time stopped her, giving Ramapo a corner kick.
It's crossed into the middle. It goes off of a Wayne Hills defender. Twice it was pushed right towards the net. Burien wasn't there, but the Wayne Hills defense is there to make up for where she wasn't. Like they said, they've been playing as a cohesive unit. Baumgarten is called there for being offsides.
the fans on the Ramapo side are telling Sarah Bendel to tie her shoelace. I mean, it's been untied for some time now. I mean, I think you should get on that, Tyler.
I think she's all right, Joe. She's been able to play with it so far.
She's played pretty well throughout this whole game.
So there's a minute. So Ramapo's going to get a free kick here. It's put right into the box. It gets by Burien. That's where the aggressiveness, comes back to bite you. She came out of the box, slipped up, and it went right by her into the back of the net. So Wayne Hills, we're in stoppage time as we speak. They're going to have to get something going and something within the next 2 minutes, or this one is going to be over and their season's going to be over.
Like you said, with the injury time, Corey Mania went down before, so this only says a minute on the scoreboard, but there should be about 3 or 4 minutes left. So Wayne Hills really needs to put the pressure on now if they want any chance of getting this into overtime.
So Christy Cherub is going to push the tempo. It's not us. So Wayne Hills had control of the lead the entire first half, midway through the second half. And in the second half, Ramapo scores 2 unanswered goals and now have a 2-1 lead with under a minute to go.
And again, to prove us wrong, the Wind, they scored another goal against the Wind. So there goes that philosophy. It's not us.
So that one's going to be called out of bounds off of Ramapo. And that's it. Stoppage time is over And Ramapo takes this one out of the hands of Wayne Hills. Hills had a 1-0 lead going into halftime, and midway through, almost to the 20-minute mark, until Ramapo, off a cross, puts one into the back of the net, and then in the last few minutes off a corner, puts another one in. So Wayne Hills, Joe, it looked like they had it most of the game. What are your thoughts?
Well, Wayne Hills got off to an early start, 1-0 lead. But you knew Ramapo wasn't giving up. I mean, they're one of the best teams in the state, #1 seed coming into the state tournament, and they really played well throughout the game, offensively and defensively. But you got to get up to the Wayne Hills seniors, Corey Maney, Ali Kowalski, Megan McVeigh, the captains. They did it all 4 years. They did it great, and they played hard in this final state game, the final game of their careers. And this Wayne Hills team will have a lot of promise going into next year, with Sierra Colpon being a junior, Christy Sharp being a junior this year, and Nikki Dries being a sophomore, so they're going to be back, no doubt about it.
Not only that, Joe, one piece they had been missing all year was Andy Lankin, who had been searching for scholarships in the SEC. So she missed this entire year. She'll be back next year.
Yeah, they pretty much have all their players back next year, and they're going to be a huge threat in Passaic County for the Passaic County tournament and the state championship again. But for the game, it's got to be a disappointing loss, especially the way they lost with just 1 minute left on the clock and playing so well and so hard to lose like that. It's got to be extremely depressing.
Now, Tyler, technically speaking, did Wayne Hills play good enough to get the W today?
Well, they definitely had their chances to come out of here with a victory. But, you got to give it to them. They tried as hard as they could. And, Ramapo had a lot of chances, but they executed when they needed to. And that's why they came out with the victory here.
Well, that's going to do it here for us. On behalf of everybody here, Joe Rapp, Tyler Rubino, John Giardello, the cameraman, I'm Anthony Scadillo. Thanks for watching.